Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another Let's Play of the Men of Yoshiwara Kikuya, or Gyakuten Yoshiwara. We are on Chapter 5 of Tokiwa's story. So sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Chapter 5, The Canary. A few days later, I was walking to Kikuya again, and today I was led directly to Tokiwa-san's room. Tweet, 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 tweet. I heard a bird singing outside of the room.
Thank you for coming, Misao.
Tokiwa-san, the singing bird that I heard just now, what is that?
Ah, it's this.
Tokiwa-san pointed to the red cage in front of him. In the cage, a bird with golden feathers was singing beautifully without end. Wow, it's cute. Is this a foreign bird?
This bird's name is written with the characters for gold, thread, and sparrow, called a canary.
Gold thread. It's the same as Tokiwa-san's hair. Why do you have this bird?
Well, the client who fell in love with me before left it here on purpose this morning.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
It sings beautifully, though.
Tokiwa-san, you don't like birds?
I don't hate them, but it's like a bad joke. Isn't it?
Why? To his seemingly pointless answer, I cocked my head to the side and looked at Tokiwa-san.
It's in poor taste to give a caged bird to a gentleman confined to the red light district.
Tokiwa-san crossed his arms and looked at the bird, singing in the cage.
The bird is innocent, though.
It sings so beautifully.
Human beings have a custom of wanting to confine pretty things that they see. But what should I do with this?
The bird in the cage. What should he do? Yeah, why don't... Should I say, yeah, let it go outside. Why don't you let it go outside? Why don't you let it go outside?
You mean outside of the cage?
No, not outside of the cage. To the sky.
The sky? That's an excellent idea. All right. If it's decided, we should get out of here first.
What? Is it okay for you to get out of here?
It's not good to leave without permission, but in addition to Yoshiwara, it won't be an issue.
Tokiwa-san lightly covered himself with fabric. He pulled my hand and opened the room's door.
Be careful not to separate from me. If Iroha-san finds us, we'll be in big trouble.
Okay, I hope this bird will keep quiet too. The bird seemed to sense my feelings and stopped singing in the cage that I was holding. Tokiwa-san held me in his arm and watched the area from the shadows of the sliding door. I tried to hide myself from being seen and tried not to get separated from him. In Tokiwa-san's arms, I waited still for the people to leave.
Now, let's go, Misao.
He made sure there was no one around and then left the room. I heard the lively sounds and voices of a banquet from the parlor room close to us. We snuck through the large mansion, relying on the light leaking from the sliding doors and lanterns. Suddenly, Tokiwa stopped walking.
Be quiet, someone's coming.
As we watched inside the hallway, Kagero-san and Kagero-san came out.
Why are you entertaining such a client, Kagero-san? You should be recognized for your sword skills and sword dance. Kagero, hold your tongue. This is...
While continuing their conversation, their figures disappeared into the hall.
Okay, let's go. After we pass through here, there's a back door that has no guard.
And that's how we snuck out of Yoshiwara at night. Tokiwa-san hugged my shoulder so that we wouldn't get separated among the crowds of people.
Misao, this is the first time I've gone with you.
Yes, do you think it's safe? I'm happy to walk outside with him for the first time, and also nervous that someone might find us. My heart was racing the whole time.
Well, we'll be all right in Yoshiwara, as long as we don't meet someone we know. But since we finally got out, why don't we enjoy ourselves?
His green eyes, peeking from under his clothes, shined with amusement.
On the island, it's pretty normal for men and women to hang out together, don't you know?
Hang out? I couldn't hide my embarrassment in reaction to the words that he said.
If we walk so far apart, people will feel more suspicious about us. See? Look around. There are many other couples besides us who are enjoying their time together, you see.
Huh? When Tokiwa-san told me that, I looked around. I saw couples walking together wearing hoods to not stand out.
Maybe these are low-class gentlemen from cheap shops.
Tokiwa-san came close to my ear and whispered,
We should also walk around openly. Now you and I are just a man and woman enjoying a night out on our date. That's all.
Tokiwa-san seemed to enjoy the situation and smiled mysteriously. He sensually tangled his fingers with mine, one by one. On this island, the dating and intimacies of young couples do only exist in the red light district. Maybe that's why walking around the town at night together felt like it was some special love affair.
What happened?
Tokiwa-san whispered as he held my body close to his. Nothing. His beautiful foreigner of mixed blood appearance looked more beautiful under the shining light. I couldn't look at his eyes.
Since we're together like this, don't look away from me. Hey, look at that. The cherry blossoms bloom beautifully at night.
He traced my cheek with the back of his finger. When I looked up at his face, I could also see cherry blossoms blooming beautifully behind him. It's beautiful.
You mean the cherry blossoms or me? I'm just joking.
Tokiwa-san laughed with an amused voice. Tokiwa-san, well, your blonde hair is, well, accented by the cherry blossoms.
This town is one that accepts my appearance. The cherry blossoms surely love me too. It would be even better if I had something to do here besides being a gentleman, though.
Tokiwa-san extended his fingers and gently plucked off a cherry blossom petal that fell in my hair.
But it feels nice to watch the cherry blossoms with you like this. I felt depressed in the shop because all I saw was fighting and love affairs.
Tokiwa-san, if that's the case, then you don't need to fight.
Do you hate me for fighting to rise up in the red light district, Misao?
I don't hate it, but there should be some other way for you to live.
Another way to live? I wonder what I'd be if I didn't become a gentleman. But I think this is fine. If I never came to this island to be a gentleman, I wouldn't have met you. How strange. Why do I always talk about these things when I'm with you? I must.
Tokiwa-san suddenly stared at my face with an intense look in his eyes. But just then...
Hey, mister, the color of your hair. You must be from Kikuya. Oh, you must be thinking of someone else. I'm just a low-class gentleman who sells cheap love.
Tokiwa-san put the hood back on again to hide his face, and then bowed to the middle-aged woman.
Let's go, Misao.
He grabbed my hand and talked to me in a small voice. Huh? Okay. And we left the street as if we were running away. We hid ourselves from the light and ran towards the Nari shrine.
Phew, that was close. I guess it can't be helped that my appearance is always noticeable.
We sat down at the edge of the shrine and both caught our breath.
Well then, why don't we let it out now?
Yes. I opened the bird cage that I was holding. Tweet, 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 tweet. The bird sang as if it were happy and then disappeared into the night sky. Tokiwa-san and I looked up at the sky that the bird fled into for a long time.
I feel refreshed somehow.
Yeah. Do you think the bird can survive outside?
I don't know about that, but at least it's free. Whether it lives or dies, it flies free to choose its fate.
Free? It certainly is better than living in a cage.
I think so.
As I looked up at the night sky, I felt Tokiwa-san's glance on me. Did I say something strange?
No, Misao. I just think that you're a really good person. You're totally different from the other clients.
I can't really tell myself, though. Even if he was staring at me, I had no idea what he was trying to say. But his eyes that are staring at me and the color of his hair remind me of the hairpin, the one that I had put into my chest pocket before. I forgot to tell you before, but can you take this? I took the silver hairpin out from my chest pocket and showed it to Tokiwa.
Is it okay for me to have?
Yes. This is... I think it will look really good on you, Tokiwa-san.
In my hair? I see. Thank you. It's not rare for me to receive gifts, but, well, I feel very happy knowing it's from you.
Tokiwa-san.
You also have very good taste. You'll be a good heir to your store in the future.
Tokiwa-san's eyes that had been looking at the hairpin moved and caught my eyes. What's this? This meaningful glance.
Misao, I forgot to tell you one thing before. Can I tell you now?
What is it? His smoky eyes and beautiful straight nose came close to me.
Misao.
Tokiwa-san? His eyelashes are very long, and of course green eyes were so beautiful. As I whispered that in my heart, his lips softly touched mine. Just now, the sensation, was it a kiss?
This one's not for sale.
What do you mean?
You should think about what I mean, Misao. Perhaps I've lost my passion after only selling my love. I'm not even sure myself anymore. But I'm not playing games or flattering you. I just thought I wanted to kiss you.
You... Tokiwa-san... to me?
Well, we should go back soon, or they'll find out we left the shop.
Yes. He pulled my hand and I stood up. Then I left, following behind his wide back. I didn't remember what happened after that so well. I thought I went back to Kikuya holding hands together, but everything was like a faint dream. Even as I rushed to get home, only the touch of his lips brought me back to reality. Tokiwa-san. What was the meaning of that kiss? Yoshiwara, where desires and passions swirled about, the terrifying red light district, but that kiss wasn't such a dirty thing. I was wishing without even realizing it. In the red light district that confined him, demeaned himself with fights and fake love, I wished that I could heal him, even if it were a little. And we are at Chapter 6, the stand-in for Takeo. I was writing something to help out my family business, but I just couldn't concentrate. Before I knew it, I found myself tracing my lips with my finger. Tokiwa-san. I wanted to heal him. There was so much that I didn't understand about the red light district. But if I could give peace to his mind, I wouldn't feel scared. That's how I felt now. While immersed in my memories...
Misao, this is awful. Mother?
My mother, who had a serious look on her face, opened the sliding door and jumped into the room.
Look at this.
She showed me the newspaper that was being handed out on the street. Let's see. The gentleman street killer strikes again. Top Kikuya gentleman Takeo injured. That's in the red light district that I sent you to on an errand before, isn't it? I heard that there have been a rash of crimes targeting only famous gentlemen. Why would someone do such things? Gentlemen are easily resented because people spend a lot of money on them. I still have enough money that I received from the runaway couple, but when I thought about how much money I spent in the past few days, it made me shudder.
Yet they make their clients spend a lot of money and only wear expensive clothes and decorations. But since there are no men on the island, we have no other choice. In that kind of situation, it's like we're working for the gentleman.
But if so, why are only famous top gentlemen being targeted?
Who knows? Maybe because they're noticeable.
Was Takeo-san okay? And what about Tokiwa-san, who was attached to Takeo-san? I couldn't help but worry, so after helping out at the store, I quickly headed to Yoshiwara. When I entered Kikuya, Kagero-san and Kagero-san were there at the entrance. Kagero-san, Kagero-san.
You're the lady from before. Why are you coming here at a time like this?
I heard that Takeo-san was attacked by the street killer. Are Takeo-san and Tokiwa-san okay?
Tokiwa is okay, but Takeo...
Kagura-san looked down slightly. When I heard someone coming down the stairs... The person who came down the stairs was Tokiwa-san.
Misao, why are you here at a time like this?
Well, I was worried about both of them. Who should I say? I guess I should concentrate on Tokiwa, right? I don't know. I heard you guys were attacked, and I was worried about you, Tokiwa-san.
Yes, I was there, but I'm okay.
I felt relieved that he didn't get hurt at all.
But Takeo is...
Is Takeo's condition bad?
His injury wasn't serious, and the doctor said he's okay. But since it looks bad, he insists on taking a break from the next courtesan's procession.
When we were talking, Iroha-san was coming downstairs from the second floor.
Iroha-san. Well, Misao, what brings you to the shop at a time like this?
Oh no, I heard about the incident, so...
I see, but this has created a problem for me.
I heard about that from Tokiwa.
Takeo is strong-spirited and gets fixated on strange things. I understand that he doesn't want a client to feel disgusted at the sight of his injury, but
if a substitute is needed, Kagura-san just did that the other day. Everyone then naturally looked at Tokiwa-san.
We have no choice. Tokiwa-san, are you okay to be the top gentleman in the courtesan's procession in Takeo's place? Huh? Me? You want me to replace Takeo in the courtesan's procession?
Iroha-san, what are you saying? He caused problems and is on probation, isn't he? I am totally opposed to this.
But Kagura-san, think about it. The killer has everyone fleeing from Yoshiwara, and competition between shops has intensified. Kikuya has gone to great pains to build itself to its current status in Yoshiwara. I don't want to lose out to other shops because of something like this.
But...
Kagero, you should hold off.
Kagura-san, who was next to Kagero-san, stopped him with his hand. Kagura-san... I understand if Kagura-san says so. Kagero reluctantly accepted and then took one step back.
Well then, how about it, Tokiwa? This opportunity is more than you could have hoped for, isn't it? Are you saying that I'll replace Takeo? And like some sort of stroke of luck, I'll retake my old position as top gentleman?
Tokiwa-san frowned with a face that looked like he'd eaten something bitter. Tokiwa-san. Tokiwa-san glared fiercely at Iroha-san.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I thought you and Takeo were like cat and dog. Though, why are you refusing? It has nothing to do with me and Takeo having a good or bad relationship. I've already decided I'll reclaim my old position as top gentleman by my own power.
Tokiwa-san clenched his fist so tightly that his hand turned white. His eyes, that usually shined beautifully, became clouded with distress.
But for it to happen like this...
Tokiwa-san... What should I say to him? I didn't know. How could I make him calm down in this kind of situation? I kept quiet and covered his fists with my hands.
Misao... I'm sorry, I got a little too worked up. Anyway, I can't accept this offer right now. Iroha-san, I'm sorry to refuse your offer, but I need to think about it for a while. I see. Well then, I'll give you until tomorrow to answer. That's all right, isn't it? Okay.
An uncomfortable mood still hung in the air. Perhaps it would be better if I had left the room. As I thought about that...
Misao, you have time, don't you? It's still a little early for the shop to open, but you don't mind, do you?
Yes. As if trying to brush away the heavy feeling that hung in the air, Tokiwa-san took my hand and brought me away from that place. When we went to the garden, it was already starting to get dark. Tokiwa-san held my hand and wouldn't let go the whole time. Tokiwa-san, are you okay? Worried, I covered his arm with my other hand.
Misao, I feel somehow restless.
The light from the lanterns that shined at night made dark shadows on Tokiwa-san's face.
You're going to stay with me tonight too, right?
That part of me that couldn't really answer Tokiwa-san's question was present. I just wanted to heal him, but what could I do to achieve that? Tokiwa-san put a little more strength into his arm that was holding my arm.
If it's difficult to answer, then I'll change the question. Misao, can you stay with me tonight?
Let's see. I think I better nod quietly. Tokiwa-san wanted me. If so, I nodded quietly while looking at Tokiwa-san's eyes.
Misao, you're truly kind. You're so kind that I can't be a cool guy. But I'm happy that you said so.
Tokiwa-san pulled my arm and took me to a room that was prepared for a banquet. Accompanied by the sounds of shamisen, young boys and assistants showed their dancing and singing. But Tokiwa-san seemed to have completely lost his talkativeness. I didn't feel like drinking the sake that was poured for me at all. Perhaps noticing this unexcited atmosphere, a young gentleman next to Tokiwa talked to him. "Tokiwa-san, this young boy just started performing in the parlor room recently, so could you please show him your beautiful dance?"
My dance?
Tokiwa-san glanced at me as if he were asking me. "Please, I also like Tokiwa-san's dance."
All right.
Tokiwa-san took the fan from the young gentleman, opened it, and then started dancing sensually. This time was different from what I saw before. It was somehow lackluster.
It's no good.
Tokiwa-san closed the fan and knitted his brow.
Tokiwa-sama? I'm not really in the mood right now, so please, go back, everyone.
Very well. The young boys and assistants left after bowing in a formal manner. Everyone left the parlor room, leaving just Tokiwa-san and me alone. Once we were alone, Tokiwa-san spoke even less than he did before. The loud noises that I could hear from the other rooms emphasized the silence. "Tokiwa-san?" Tokiwa-san noticed my glance and knitted his brows with guilt.
If I don't put feeling into my performance, then I'm still not good enough as a gentleman.
It can't be helped.
Because of what happened before?
Yes.
Misao, how come you didn't ask about why I didn't accept the offer?
I wanted to ask him why, but I just couldn't find the words to say it. Not only about the courtesan's procession, I still didn't ask about the kiss from yesterday, either.
Let's go to the bedroom. It's too bright here.
And that's the end for today's reading. I hope to see you in some of my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.